I'm in the evening MBA program.
I'm doing an MBA with a concentration in general management.
I'm in the part-time evening MBA program.
And I work at Northeastern University.
I work full-time at a bank.
I've been in management for my whole life, pretty much.
Nationally, there has been a number of these kind of workshops developing. Theater naturally touches on many, many disciplines, and we can be helpful to all kinds of training programs. So I think it's kind of a natural, the performing arts coming to assist people that are also interested in collaborations.
We venture out of our CBA, College of Business Administration area, like back on the other side. It was like a venture for us, even though it's like a 5-minute walk to Ryder Hall. We're like, where is Ryder Hall? And then we come in, we're already like inspired because there's all these like art pieces around us. It took us out of our comfort zone, but at the same time, it's like, oh, this is quite inspiring because you see like arts, music, theater.
So in our class, Arts-Based Learning for Managers, we try and learn some things from the arts, from music or from theater. A lot of people think that the last great export that the United States has is the distribution of innovative thinking. And it's our belief that innovative thinking, and first and foremost, starts from a kind of a wildly experimental environment where people feel very comfortable to be able to be creative without having to worry about doing something wrong or doing something that doesn't work.
I mean, it doesn't have to happen, but I was like, gaudy jewelry, how can that go wrong? And then
you can create a judgment-free zone, and when you create that, better ideas come flowing out.
If you don't create a cultural environment or a comfortable environment for failure,
I was clearly not a Boy Scout. That's okay.
Then chances are you're not going to be able to take the risks you need to really have a disruptive technology or a disruptive change that could be the next great idea, the next big idea. So what we're having our students do is put on a 5-minute mystery where we give them 2 weeks to figure out how they're going to interpret this particular play. We have 2 groups of 5 who are focusing on the same text, the same play. The reason why we gave them one play is because we wanted them to see how each other resolve this creative problem. And also to hammer the point that there is not necessarily only one way to solve a problem.
The skit really stressed the importance of working together and creating a kind of environment where a group can grow in. Because not a lot of us know what we're doing with theater, it's important to lean on each other, depend on each other, not be afraid of failure, not be afraid to embarrass yourself, and to kind of to nurture that environment. So, and in a business world, I think that there's a parallel in terms of trying to try new things with a group and not be afraid to fail.
To get you outside your comfort zone a little bit, something that you're normally not used to doing.
Hey, welcome to Chuck's Chicken Truck Stop.
When you're collaborating and working in the real world, it's not always what you're actually used to doing. Sometimes you're meeting with people from different countries, you're traveling somewhere, you're just meeting brand new people and working with them, and you got to be willing to not exactly do the same thing or be ready to do the same thing all the time. You got to be ready to mix it up.
It's very interesting to watch them improvise some of their lines and be on their feet, and I think it's important to stay sharp like that.
But we also forgot, when you say how tall your husband is, I'm supposed to say...
Well, you're supposed to say before it.
To be able to adapt to different kinds of situation, even if it's something as silly as you missed one line and now you need to move on to the next line in a performance. If you're having a conversation with an important executive and you didn't get to one point that you wanted to get to and the conversation changes, you need to be able to kind of adapt to that.
When thinking about having an excellent brainstorming meeting, if someone comes up with a new idea, you don't want to shoot that idea down right away.
No, this is my announcer costume.
You want to kind of use this theater metaphor, this improvisatory theater metaphor, where when a new idea comes to the table, you say yes and you kind of keep that positive creative thinking going without cutting off any individual idea. That's one example that we use and how we can learn from theater to teach managers how to be more efficient in brainstorming sessions.
And one other thing that I especially enjoyed was the book that we used.
The title is Notes on Directing, Lessons in Leadership.
It was quotes from directors talking about the theater. And to see how applicable they were to the business environment was brilliant. Things that how to treat people without making them feel a certain way, especially important.
The way you interact with people is a lot to do with business because it's all about relationship.
I think the cross-industry learning in any colleges is especially important.
Like start wrapping your head around your performance and
I think it opens this whole new part of your brain.
They begin to recognize aspects of themselves that maybe never knew they even had, never knew they thought even existed.
It's like a wake-up call, like knowing who you are and how you react to in the team dynamic.